Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to where I'm Malaysia. Yes, welcome to Kuala Lumpur. In the background, don't be fooled. That's Wah Hin in the background there. Anyway, things are not as simple as what they were. I like everything to run smoothly, like clockwork, and all of a sudden, I think most of you know by now, a spanner is being thrown in the works. It may not be a serious spanner, but but it could get serious. Anyway, I'll just say hello to everybody first. About 166 in the chat, by the way. Yeah, cheers. Ant is here. Hello, Ant. Ian Bowden. Good. Ian Bowden. Good point. First of all. Paul is good. Luckily, I've just discovered that my nationwide travel insurance does cover me for the antivirus. This is all so ridiculous 3 years down the line. Well, the second point, yeah, absolutely. It is 3 years now since this all kicked off, isn't it? Three years. As for your travel insurance, well, good for you, mate. Mine doesn't. I mean, I have travel insurance for the duration of the time that I'm away, but I don't think it includes the antivirus. So I've just got to get that sorted before I go back into Thailand. Hard Tulip, hello. Barry from EastEnders, when you're going back to Pattaya, hopefully February, but let's see what happens first. Vlogging Times. Hi, Eddie. I wish you were in Cambodia. Shows more of that beautiful country. I could have stayed a little bit longer there, but I kind of run out of ideas. I think I've done me better in Cambodia. I thought, other things to do. Best pet gifts. Hi, Eddie. You always have a... Okay, where am I? Let's just get that one up on the screen. Best pets gift. Hi, Eddie. You always have Langkawi on your doorstep if there are any issues. White beaches, cold beer, and buffaloes. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I've never fancied buffaloes personally, but anyway, I am actually planning on going there. Now, as it stands, I believe I have a 90-day visa for Malaysia. But my flight leaves from Bangkok. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know what's going to happen. My flight leaves from Bangkok in March, going back to the UK. We don't know what's going to happen because, as it stands, they're now saying that you have to have two proof of 2 vaccinations. Well, I've had 3 anyway. It's enter Thailand. That's fine, but you've also got to have health insurance, which covers you for the antivirus. So I've got to obtain that. But you never know what's coming next. It could be just the tip of the iceberg. The people in China are heading back to Thailand. There's controversy all around about whether they are really declaring all that they have with regards to the antivirus. It could all kick off again. You just don't know. But anyway, mate. By the way, Langkawi will be on the menu for me pretty soon. Donald Trump. Good evening. Woofy Nuns. Brian Street. What's this? Brian Street. Breaking news. A variant called Kraken is going to hit the UK. I thought it was a rum bloody metal. Kraken. That sounded Kraken. That sounds like bloody cryptid. It's got that kryptonite sound. It's like bloody the thing that Well, Jesus, if Kraken can do to us what kryptonite could do to Superman, we're all knackered, aren't we? Nice to hear from you, Brian. Neil Fleet, good evening, Neil. I know it's after. Oh, by the way, Malaysia is 8 hours. 8 hours ahead of the UK. So it's at least 13 hours ahead of America. So it's midnight here. It's probably about 4 in the afternoon in the UK. Look, Clan F1 race. Nice to hear from you, Clive. David Salisbury in Thailand now, Eddie. Oh, good for you anyway. I'm not in. I'm in Malaysia. Toby Price. Super nice. KD, Jeff, Stuart Hessinger. All right, Arcade, okay. John Sullivan. Let's see. McLaren F1 race. How to feel in my bones? You were steady, ready for the live stream. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's been a while since I've done a stream like this. A hotel stream on this channel. I've done quite a few on Steady Eddie Live, but the thing is, this is travel. We need to get together, and there's things that we need to talk about here, because I do know for the fact that I've heard of people who haven't been vaccinated who were simply having to cancel their flights to Thailand. There are people who are cancelling their flights to Thailand right now simply because they haven't had the jabs. You know, like Ian said, 3 years down the line and this is happening. It's bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Neil Fleet, hello, Ed from sunny Gambia. Oh, good for you, Neil. Neil's actually in. Neil is from Waversey in Liverpool. He's actually in Gambia. He loves Gambia. He obviously knows the script there in Gambia. So good for you anyway, Neil. You have a really, really, really great time there in Gambia. Enjoy yourself. I'm sure you will. And let me see, just one more thing, Neil. Just one more thing. Let's see, one more thing. Let's see. One more thing, Neil. If you see this lady here, give her my love, won't you? Give her my love. Tell her the chat is missing her. Where is she? Where is she's obviously, you know, she's obviously having a bloody good time in Gambia, isn't she? Oh my God, we're missing Lisa. We are Lisa Dale. We're missing her. Lisa, come back. We miss you. Okay. El Terrifico, great to hear from you, El Terrifico. Nice to hear from you, mate. In Canada, yeah, okay. Hope you're keeping warm there, mate. Flogging times. We're watching you with the whole family. You know, you're not the Waltons, you know, John Boy, Mary Liver. It's this. That's the first time I've ever been told I'm family entertainment. Let's see. Oh, okay. What is that there? Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Who's that? Paul, okay. Now, afternoon from Stokehead, okay. Leo Malley, head down to Malacca, not far from KL, and well worth a visit. I'm actually going to Penang pretty soon. I've been to Penang before. I mean, to be honest with you, Kuala Lumpur is Kuala Lumpur. Let's see. Okay. There you go. Okay. By the way, you out there, you know, I just accidentally put it. Don't use language like that again on this stream, or I'll block you. Okay, Leo Malley, head down to Malacca, not far from KL, and well worth a visit. Well, I'm going to Penang next. I mean, right now we're in Kuala Lumpur. There's not much I can do it really, because I mean, if the beer is going to be that expensive, I mean, I don't want to be having nights out here and whatever. If the beer, I can get reasonably priced beer from a 7-Eleven or a KK store, but I don't think Kuala Lumpur is going to be the best for nightlife, but I think it'll get better. Penang will be easier to get around. There's more to see there. I know there's a bit of nightlife there. There's lots of things to do in Penang, so I'll be going there next. And then I will be heading to Langkawi, where I've never been before. Okay, let's see. Hello from the beaches of the Dominican Republic. Okay, hello. So good for you, mate. Good for you. Scott J, good evening. Mickey Barks, even that looks like new restrictions. Mickey Barker, even that looks like new restrictions only for this month. Fingers crossed. Only for this month. Well, I haven't heard that. This business about you have to show proof of vaccination and the other stuff, the health insurance. You're saying that's only for a month. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that. David Barnett, Graham Head, Gary Smith. Hello, Gary. How's it going? Gary Smith from Cambodia. Johnny B, nice to hear from you. Nino, I do believe in fairies. Alex Holt, Patrick Bolt, Suazdi from Surrey, Suka. Let's see. And it's only privilege I have so far, which I had to show on board Qatar to Bangkok in October anyway. But things have changed though, haven't they? Because I think it's also the health insurance. They didn't ask me for proof of jab. I know some airlines will. I came out to this part of the world with Eva Airways, and they didn't ask for any proof of any of the anti-virus jabs. but I think other airlines were doing it. But now it just seems everyone. I'm still not sure whether I can enter Thailand from here overland, and will I still get a 45-day visa? I think the 45-day visa is still in effect, but I'm not sure if that applies to overland crossings. So it's getting a little bit complicated. Yeah, Robert Thompson, I see you need two jags to enter the big T now, mate. Well, I've had 3 jabs anyway, and I've got evidence of it. You know, you see, this is it. When you have the jabs, you think that's the end of it. You know, there's not going to be any more problem. Problem's only just beginning. David Philpott, nice to hear from you. PJ Counter, why not at least ask for negative tests like Philly just still do? Oh, no. At least it hasn't been suggested by Thailand. I don't want any more of those bloody things shoved up my nose. I do not want. That's the worst bit of it. That's the worst bit. When the pandemic was raging and people were trying to get into Thailand, people were saying that Thailand pass was a real headache. No, not really. The worst thing is those bloody things shoved up your nose. You know, and some of them cost a lot of money, and then you have to wait. You know, with maybe 48 hours to go before your flight, you'd have to wait nervously, you know, for your results on the. Oh, I don't want to. It's Jesus, anything but that. That was the worst bit, the PCR test. Don't any of that. Barry from EastEnders, I'll be in Pattaya in February. Okay, well, hopefully I will be as well. McLaren F1 race popped it. Next week. Okay. Well, Clive, you've got decent decent cover. Well, good for you anyway. Good for you. Let's see. Where are we now? Get that up again. Archie Westmoreland, nice to hear from you, mate. Hi, Eddie. On your last arrival in Thailand, were you asked to show an onward ticket or return ticket to the UK? No, I wasn't actually. I have got a return ticket. It was a 4-month ticket that I booked from beginning of November to March. But I wasn't asked to show it. Yeah, I wasn't really asked to show it. Just my passport, really. Hope all's well anyway, Archie. Hope we can catch up again soon. Gary, miss your Eddie in Cambodia, Eddie. Same as usual there. Okay, nice meeting you anyway, Gary. Scooter Springsteen. Let's see. Mark Woods, scheduled to arrive in Thailand on Tuesday. Wonder what happens at the airport on arrival insurance. Well, as far as I know, as it stands, you will be asked for health insurance to cover you for the, you know, for the antitis, you know, for the COVID or whatever you want to call it. You will be asked for that. I actually haven't got that at the moment. So I will have to obtain that before I get in, before I attempt to get into Thailand again. I've got proof of me jabs, but they will, as it stands, they will ask for proof of your at least two jabs, and they will ask for your insurance, which covers, it covers the flu, you know, the dreaded flu. Keith Smith, I would say it will be dropped. I've been out there at Chinatown's where I stayed. Okay. Most certificates only last 6 months, so we need the 3rd booster to get the new certificate. Okay, I had a third jab, but I haven't had any more jabs since then. The last thing that I had was well, I think how long was that? It's going back nearly 2 years now. When did you have to, no, maybe 1.5 years, something like that. But when was it? It wasn't last year. It was the year before, wasn't it? I think it was the year before when we all had the jabs. I had 3 jabs that year, but I haven't had anything since. Sober Cow, nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you, mate. I think Sober Cow, I think he's the chap who might have had to cancel his flight. Jimmy Dempsey, it's not coming up on the Thai website. Jeff, I unfortunately had plans to fly out on the 11th, and these were scuppered, so I anticipated how this would play out. So flew out yesterday and walked to an empty Bangkok airport this morning. Oh, well, good for you anyway. But today was the 7th you know, the 7th of January. Now, I believe this is going to start coming into force from tomorrow, the 8th of January. So you might have just missed the problems. Johnny B. Langkawi is a standard option. I found it very quiet at night, though. Not much nightlife, in my opinion. Fine for a few days. Okay, we'll see what happens anyway. We will see what happens. Vincent Somarino. Kraken is a mythical sea monster, very apt for a mythical virus. Okay, fine. Excellent. Let's see. Stephen Roberts, nice to hear from you. Singapore, Dan. What's this? Johnny D. Eddie, I'm due to go to Thailand on Friday for 11 weeks. I'm still going bollocks to this crap. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just make sure that you've got what you need to have. Otherwise, it'll be problems for you. Englishman in Malta. Seems all government to talk about the Chinese traveling. Yes. Okay. Peter Blue. Hello, Peter. JB. Good evening, banker. Soy Bacau. I spent 30 minutes yesterday cancelling all my Thai bookings. Got my hotel money back, but lost 300 quid on my Qatar flight ticket refund. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. It was said at the start of the stream, you know, Ian Bowden said 3 years down the line, and we're still going on with all this. I think we've all lost money on flights in the last few years. I've probably lost maybe up to $1,000 on flights and cancellations and various other things. I've probably lost, or maybe 800, something like that. The various flights. It's a real headache. Let's see. Singapore, Dan, Barry Blue. Expat Pete. Eddie, you only need travel insurance if the next country after Thailand requires an answer. Eddie, you only need travel insurance if the next country after Thailand requires an anti-virus test. Well, the next country after Thailand will be England, because that will be my final stop. You only need travel insurance if the next country requires an. Okay, well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Rick rolls skews. I'm a big fan of it. Keep it up. I especially enjoyed the stream where the bar girl was hanging off your leg. How did that end up? When the bar girl was hanging off your leg, how did that end up? Are you talking about that stream the other week at in 136th Street in not Ben? Do you know what? Some people said that was the worst live stream ever, and some people said it was the best one ever. That got about 16,000 views, which is quite a lot for a live stream. But it actually turned. It was okay for a couple of weeks, but then I was so disappointed to find that it was actually the first live stream or the first anything that I've had on this channel that received the yellow symbol, which means that it's not suitable for main advertising. It's only limited advertising. The first time I received the yellow symbol in about 2 years. So I was a bit gutted about that, really. I don't know what it is. Maybe did she touch my leg or did I touch it? I don't know what happened there. But anyway, okay. Johnny B. Langkawi is a fantastic option. Lots of employers. Not much nightlife though, but you've probably had enough of excessive drinking, or have you? Excessive drinking? Yeah, sure. I've had enough of excessive drinking. Tip: if you come into Kuala Lumpur and you really need the beer, but you don't want to pay the high prices, go into a 7-Eleven and then some of them have like tables and chairs outside where you can just sit there drinking till your heart's content. So not a problem there. And beer is about, half the price of what you're going to pay elsewhere. Eason, man, why was your insurance not cover the? Would it not cover it unless it was listed as an exemption? I forget the exact wording, Eason, man. I forget the exact wording of it, but I don't know. I thought it. I took a chance and I thought it's all going to be over because we all thought this time it's really going to be over, and it just keeps coming back, doesn't it? Just keeps coming back to it. I better look at the policy, but as far as I know, it doesn't cover that. It really, really doesn't. So I better sort something out. Let's see. Flogging times. It would be nice to get a report on the nightlife scene in Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai. I love both places for fun, and it's not relaxed compared to Bangkok and Pattaya. Canterbury is relaxed also. Chiang Mai. The last time I was in Chiang Mai, I wasn't really bowled over with it. I thought it was, there's a lot going on there, but I think it's a little teensy-weensy bit. It's teensy-weensy bit dull. John Sullivan, Eddie, did you find the nightlife in KL yet? Well, to be honest with you, this is the 4th night that I've been there, and fourth night that I've been there, and it's the first night that it hasn't poured with rain. I mean, there's stuff to eat at the night time, but finding the nightlife, I mean, it's been raining the last 3 nights here, so I haven't really, I haven't really felt that motivated. I haven't really felt motivated. Maybe tomorrow I might do a little bit of filming, but if it's going to be, from what I've glimpsed at a few of the bars around, which is not many, but alcohol is very expensive here, and if it's going to be that expensive, then I'm not, if I'm going to pay that kind of price, I want something really good for it. Sorry, Macau, Thailand was open normally for all of 3 months. When, and if they get back to normal open, I will now wait for a year to see if they stick with it. It was only really open. Not very long. The honeymoon didn't last very long, did it? Let's see. David Salisbury. Eddie, what's this about the Antarctica? I don't want to say the word. Yeah, the word, because YouTube don't like it. But Clan F1, I'm double maxed and rooster boosted. Okay, good for you, mate. Nino, honestly, these restrictions do more sound like we're doing something because some other countries that are really driven by worries. That's why they only last till 31st of January. Okay. Who's that? Pattaya generated. Thank you. Yes, Langkawi. Best for booze in Asia. Okay, well, I'll give it a try. I've been here before in Kuala Lumpur. I've been to Penang before, but I've never been to Langkawi before. So let's have a look at that. And thanks for that super chat anyway, mate. I appreciate that. By the way, there's someone else who's giving me a super chat. Where are we here? Have I missed it? Oh, yeah. Osama Samosa. Okay, thank you for that super chat. I'm waiting for you in Siam Reap, darling. Oh, was that my lady boyfriend? No, not my friend. For those who haven't seen that video, I was followed home by some creepy lady, back to the hotel, by some creepy lady boy in Siam Reap. Osama Samosa, great name. Waiting for you. Okay, thank you for that super chat anyway. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Okay, I'll just go... let's see. I'll just go back here a little teensy bit. Sorry if I've missed anyone. Pinball. I'm sorry, it's their own fault. End of story. It was their own choice not to be vaccinated. The Thai government are terrified of upsetting the Chinese. Okay. Neil Fleet. What a beauty Lisa is. What you're saying, Lisa's a beauty? Really? Excuse me, but she's the one with the sunglasses on. She's the one on the right of the picture. You do know that, don't you? That's Lisa anyway. Say hello if you see her. Let's see. Dave Andrew, I'm back again in February to Thailand. Get to Thailand, whatever, and you will be okay. COVID insurance, okay. For £26 for 30 days, and you'll be okay. You're covered with Max already, so no problems. Okay, well, that sounds good anyway. Martin Ryder, where are you now? I'm still in Kuala Lumpur. It's like I said, I haven't really checked out the nightlife. I'll tell you what I did do today, and I will be doing a video. I went up the Twin Towers today, and that was quite fun. That was good fun. There's a video coming soon of that one. Okay, so nice to hear from you, Martin. Let's see. Toby Price, currently these rules are only from 90. Is that right? I haven't heard that. These rules are only from 9th of Jan until 31st of Jan. No insurance required. It's advised by the Thai government. even I would advise insurance. So that's only till the end of this month. Yeah, maybe it's only till the end of this month. But think about it. If the Chinese, start flooding into Thailand in their droves, do you not think the cases of the antivirus are going to go up, 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 up? And maybe it's just the tip of the iceberg right now. We're not out of the woods yet. Gary Smith, Langkawi is beautiful but expensive. Set up for couples and honeymoon destination. I have no idea, but I haven't been there before. Apparently, it's got the most beautiful beaches that you will see anyway, so it's got to be worth seeing for that. I like seeing beautiful beaches. Well, let's face it. I mean, in the month of January, what am I going to be? Am I going to be down at bloody Bournemouth Beach or Blackpool or somewhere like that in the middle of January? I mean, if I want to be on a tropical island. I like tropical islands, so I'm going to give it a go. But I'm doing Penang first of all. Ian Bowden, I'm sitting up in bed with Barb watching you. She says, okay, hello to Barb. I've met Ian and Barb. Anyway, a lovely couple. Look, a very, very charming couple. So hello to Barb as well. Nice of you to tune in. Capitonian, hello. And it's just so the Chinese don't feel singled out because they have to be tested. And of course, Land of Smiles will bend over backwards for them. So everybody cops it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right, and that's what I'd say, yeah. Stuart Heston, I've always said getting vaccinated is the best policy. Yeah, but I mean, there's some people, doubt it. I mean, what I don't trust about that vaccine is that when we were all in lockdown, a couple of years back, we prayed, for the vaccine. We thought it's got to be the answer to our prayers. And then when it finally came, the Pfizer one, when it was finally announced, I mean, we had tears in our eyes. Oh my God, this is the answer to our prayers. And then 5 minutes later, we were told that we weren't going to get the Pfizer. We were going to get something else, something called the Vauxhall Astra jab. And then other jabs started to appear. What the hell's happened? Oh, they started appearing out of the woodwork all of a sudden. And none of these things has much of a history. So, I mean, I don't want to go into details because it'd be too controversial, but let's just say that, a lot of athletes and people have died, you know what I mean, all of a sudden. And, it's I don't know. I've had me jabs anyway. I've also had a lot of aches and pains in recent times. Elon Dusk, Merry Christmas, everybody. Well, that's Christmas. That's about 11 and a half months away. Martin Ryder, check out Print Price website. 34 pence for a can of Tiger in Langkawi. Now, there Langkawi is duty free. So actually, a Malaysian guy was telling me this. He said you'll like it there. The beer is half price. It's duty free, so it's probably half the price of what you pay here in Kuala Lumpur. So I'll go with that. I'll go along with that. PJ Canada. Well, I bet it's it sounds about right. Who's that? Hard Sheila, Andrew. I'm not putting that poison into my vein. Some people were stubborn about it. Some people were stubborn that they weren't going to have it. They simply weren't going to have it. I think a lot of people who didn't bother having it, people who had already lived in Thailand and had no plans to leave the country for any reason. I don't think they felt the need to have any vaccine. Pinball, the airline are doing a vaccination check at the departure airport. Oh, yeah, okay. Then to somebody, wake up, people, you're being played. That has been said before. Martin Ryder, lumper, stick it up your jumper. Okay. We were talking about Gene Wilder and Willy Wonka the other week, weren't we? Let's see. Stephen West, £7.5 for a Guinness in Bangkok. Expensive. Bangkok's expensive, especially one import. I mean, I haven't been into the actual bars in Kuala Lumpur, but I can get a nice Guinness, for about £3 out of a 7-Eleven, and I can drink it outside. I mean, £7.50 for a Guinness in Bangkok. Bloody expensive. Let's see. Okay, Rawhide. Can I say, let's go, Brandon, here. Okay, I'm not sure about that. Travel TV channel. Hi, Eddie. Enjoy. Hello, nice to hear from you. Can I say that's Rick? That's remember Rick. He's got a different name on his channel now, but he does Thailand vlogs and he's done massage stuff, boom and all this kind of stuff. That's Rick. How are you these days, Rick? It's nice to hear from you, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of your vlogs. I do watch your vlogs anyway. And I hope you're having a good time in Thailand. Anyway, nice to hear from you, mate. AG, all right, Ed, hope you're well. See, this is it, Martin Ryder. My facts are 2 years old. What you said, you see, I don't know because mine are 2 years old as well. I've had the two Vauxhall Astras, and the booster that I had was the Pfizer. So I don't know. It's unknown territory, really. I don't really think anyone absolutely knows the answers. I mean, what are they? I haven't had a booster since or anything like that. I don't want one. I think, I thought that one was going to be enough. And then we told, no, you have to have two. All right, okay, two it is. And then we were told you can have to the third one. And I thought, oh, God, third and final. And then he said the fourth, no, third and final. I've had three. I've had the two Vauxhall Astras, and I've had the, the Pfizer. And I think, I don't want any more. But like you, Martin, I don't know what good they are. I don't know what good. I mean, it's quite possible somebody might say to you, how old are your vax? And if you say, well, they're 2 years old, no, you've got to get some new ones. Kevin Mitchell, I had my first two Jags, that was last year, got my second. Kevin Mitchell, I had my first two Jags, that was last year, got my second, but I need to get any more for this February to go to Pattaya. Well, I don't think you as it stands, you wouldn't need to get any more as long as you've got proof of the ones that you have had. Barry Blue, Eddie, I wish you was my uncle. You wouldn't really. I'm a bastard, for not buying people presents. I mean, you wouldn't get many Christmas presents from me. I don't really do presents or nothing like that. So, I'd be no good to you. PJ Canada, so-called vaccine does nothing but harm. It is proven now, and lawsuits with real evidence and signs showing it. Yeah, well. Oh, well. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to let that one speak for itself. Well, Toby Price, currently 9th of Jan to 31st of Jan for new restrictions. Okay, now we've got on the screen. I'm just going to refill my cup. There we go. Ugh. Yo! There we go. Okay. Toby Price currently 9th of Jan to 31st of Jan. Now, I've only actually heard that on this since the start of this live stream because I thought, it was going to be indefinite. But if it's only for those 3 weeks, only for those 3 weeks. I mean, well, personally, I could hang on in Malaysia because I think I've got a 90-day visa there personally. So, I mean, that would be better if it is only for that length of time anyway. Stuart Hassinger, that old speckled hen is pretty obtainable now in various establishments in Pattaya. Really? It's probably a bit expensive, though. Imports usually are. And nothing has been said about separate health insurance. Well, there's a lot of rumours, isn't it? But if it hasn't actually been made official, then fine. Let's see. Matthew has presently no insurance. Okay. See, this is a good little stream, this, because it's all about us coming together who have an interest in traveling to Thailand and sharing ideas with each other. So I'm learning a few things from this as well. Okay. Ian Bowen, I can see our Thai Airlines flight now insisting on blooming mask wear every 11 hours. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can see that. I can see that. Martin Ryder, jabs have no effect after 12 weeks. Really? I thought the jab was for life, because the thing is, when you were a kid, you had all this stuff at school, didn't you? You had all these bloody jabs, tetanus, and all these, polio and all this other kind of stuff shoved in your arm, and you never questioned it. You just, I always thought they were, they were for life, but the jabs have no effect after 12 weeks. In other words, after 12 weeks, you may as well not have them. Let's see. Gary Zurek, I'm pretty certain the extra 7 days will not be needed if traveling back to the UK. Okay, let's see. And only time insurance is mentioned is if you have a negative PCR test to get you to the next country, home country. Okay. Well, I've got insurance. I've got travel insurance, but I don't believe it includes the antivirus, because I just thought, I was optimistic and thought that it's all played out now anyway. Oh, Tulip. Okay, a bit strong now. A bit strong now. Jimmy 6'6", 6'5", but afternoon. Oh, Philip Mobile. I'm reviewing the situation. Are you trying to say that I'm faking because I don't buy Christmas presents? Super Stephen, hello Eddie. New rules come to Thailand. You must have 2. Yeah, okay. Well, we've established that. I mean, I've had 3 shots anyway, but whether they're any good or not, another issue. Let me see. Kevin points out, my understanding is that insurance is recommended if you return to a country that requires the test before entry. Okay, well, that's good, isn't it? Because I will be from Thailand. I will be returning to England where after my travels. And as far as I know, England is not requiring me to have a test, because I'm not coming from China. Okay. S Travels 4K, who does wonderful walk around travel videos. Good evening, mate, from Turkey. Really, you're in Turkey. No, that's interesting, because in Turkey Turkey's a fascinating country, fascinating. But if you're walking around there for the camera, watch out for areas where there's a high population of Wongas, because I got pulled up with that. Turkey's the only country where I was, when I walked around with a GoPro strapped on my chest, some Turkish guy pulled me up and said, "Hey, you shouldn't be doing that. There's been loads of trouble here." And it's only then I realized I was walking to a Wonga area, an area where there's all these like 60-odd-year-old women who go knocking off the young Turkish fellas. You know what I mean? So anyway, S Travels, have a great time, mate. Anyway. Yeah, and SK Travels, by the way, is I did see his video from Istanbul, which is a fascinating place, fascinating city, Istanbul. But the Turks that I met there in Istanbul are totally different than the ones that I met in some of the seaside resorts in Turkey. I mean, the ones in Istanbul, they hang around the tourist spots, strike up a conversation with, "Hi, my friend, where are you from?" And their aim is to lead you into a tourist trap where you're going to be ripped off big time. So anyway, Scott J. Eddie, is Cambodia so much cheaper and easier to stay in if compared to Thailand? In your view, it's cheaper. Well, the food and drink is cheaper. That's it, especially the drink. That is definitely cheaper in Cambodia than it is in Thailand. Definitely, and the quality isn't any worse. I mean, I preferred, the draft beer in Cambodia to the bottled beer in Thailand, to be honest with you. So, and the food, you do get some good food in Cambodia. It's good value. As for hotels, I'd say they're on a par, and whatever. I mean, generally it's a cheaper country, but Thailand has obviously got a lot more to offer. There's a lot more places to go in Thailand. Let's see. Vincent Summarizzo, the jabs do have effect after 12 weeks, just not the effects you want. Okay. Okay, Mario Bucci, I don't believe it. A person stole 2 maxis to enter Thailand and health insurance for a 30-day stay. I know. It's been said, isn't it? 3 years after this all kicked off and we're still doing this silliness. What's this? Gary Lewis, I hear that if you got 2 jab or more, you're okay. Only China and India got to get that insurance. The rest of the world, no need. Okay, well, that's better anyway. I like the sound of that. ESA man, okay, let's see now. ESA man, 45-day visa exemption applies no matter what way you enter Thailand. Okay, well, this is getting a bit better because I was actually thinking of entering Thailand overland. Now, what it is, I'm in Kuala Lumpur now. I'm heading to, where am I going now? Oh, yeah, I'm going to Penang next. And I think I'll be more comfortable in Penang. I mean, Kuala Lumpur, I mean, you know, I haven't sussed out the nightlife yet. And if it's going to be that expensive, I don't think it's going to be for me. But Penang is smaller and well, it's an island. And there's a lot going on there. And then Langkawi, I've never been to Langkawi before, so I'm looking forward to that. But the plan after that is to go into Thailand that way. And maybe even visit Phuket this time. You never know. So anyway, if that's right, thanks for that info anyway, Ethan. Thanks for that. Ray, hello there, Mocha Steady Eddie, the #1 most entertaining vlogger on YouTube. I'll drink to that. Cheers. Thanks for that, mate, anyway. Thanks for that, Ray. Martin Ryder, my mate's son is backpacking in Asia and has no onward ticket, was never asked at the border. Well, I've never been asked either. I've never been asked for an onward ticket. I'd say the only time that you know, I've been anyone's mentioned an onward ticket is when is at Heathrow Airport when they've looked at my ticket for 4 months and they've said, you know, have you got a visa sorted out for this land? And I've told them that, you know, I won't be staying in Thailand. I go other countries and then back into Thailand. They're the only ones who've ever questioned it. But I've never arrived in Thailand or Cambodia or here. I'm being, I can't remember anywhere being asked for an onward ticket. Okay. Only have to be being jabbed twice. No mention of PCR. Oh, that's the worst. I don't want. You had to go places, you know, to some bloody clinic somewhere in a town that you're not used. I had to do it in Athens. I had to find some bloody clinic somewhere and, you know, book this PCR test and have this thing shoved up my bloody nose and then wait to see, you know, the results. That was definitely the worst bit about it all. I hope that doesn't return. 88, it's like something out of a futuristic movie. When will it all end? Who'd have thought 3 years ago? Absolutely. Nino, why would you travel to Thailand without insurance anyway? Yeah, I mean, I always have insurance personally, but this, I always have insurance, but this anti-this, it suggested maybe a separate insurance for that, and I'd take a chance on that because I just would, because it's so unpredictable, this thing. But I've got insurance, but not for that. Toby Price, insurance is recommended, not required when you use. Okay, well, this is getting better anyway. Mark Walsh, airline will check jabs docs and maybe the insurance. Okay. Kicks TV. Are we live, my dudes? Yes, we are live. Jeff, I think the 45-day visa only lasts up until March. Well, if I can get the 45-day visa, then I won't be in Thailand for any more than 45 days anyway, personally. Yeah, the visa only lasts till the end of March. This 45 days stuff, and because it's a temporary thing. It is a temporary thing. It'll be okay for me though. Let's see. Mark Franklin, buy online in Thailand insurance. Let's see. Nate's Quest. When do these new requirements start? As far as I know, it's tomorrow, the 8th of tomorrow or Monday. Ray, you only need health insurance if the country you're returning to requires a negative test. Okay, well, that's good anyway. That's good. That's better. Martin Ryder, you can get online travel insurance for peanuts by answering the right questions. Wink, wink. Okay. Pinball, they're only checking the Chinese checking for insurance. Okay, cheers. Thanks for that. Kickstealer, insurance is only for onward travel where you need to test before a flight. Okay. Archie Westmoreland, my understanding is the health insurance is only required for people returning to their home countries, which require a negative test prior to the return. Okay, we've heard this a few times now anyway. So that's good. That's better anyway. It's better. That's better. So thanks for all that info, everybody. Who's this? Gary Lewis. Where are you getting this? And you need insurance for Movid. Only Chinese Ninja got to get. Where are you getting this? That you need insurance for Movid. Only Chinese Ninja got to get the Movid insurance. Well, I've got it because I've been reading up on it. It's all a little bit vague anyway. Well, 32, you have to have an extra 7 days insurance. So if leaving Thailand on the 10th, your insurance will have to cover it until the 17th. Okay. What's this? Find free girls chat. Anyone interested in free girls chat? No? Okay. You can go down the Swanee River. Martin Ryder, my mother paid £800 for 2 weeks travel insurance in the USA last year because of her age and health conditions. Jesus, that's. I think I'd give that a miss. That sounds dreadful. That's more expensive than the flight. Okay, so where are we? I'm going to go ahead a little bit. Who's this? Vincent Somarito. The Chinese variant is so dangerous they have released the population to travel the world. Right. Okay. Mark Franklin, sorry for calling you Mary. I had last jab in October 22. Well, I had mine. The last jab that I had it was roundabout. Yeah, it was roundabout then. No, it wasn't. It was 21 when I had it. It was 2021. So whether they're any good now by now is debatable. Let's see. Mario Bucci. Is English spoken widely in Thailand? Would like to stay in Pattaya and Phuket 2 weeks in each. Do you need proof of whatever? Well, you need, as it stands now, you're going to need proof that you've had the jabs. Gabby Hayes, nice to hear from you. Let's see. Okay. Dingo was in Bangkok in July. I caught the antennas but kept it quiet. A common cold would have been worse. Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Ward, the awful side effects of taking the clot shot are unfolding daily. I was in Pattaya in September. Was planned on return next few weeks. Not now. The imbeciles are running the show now. Okay. Martin Ryder, many Saudis honeymoon in Langkawi. Taxi driver told me the blokes go looking for toys when they arrive. They don't have them, do they? They don't have them. Them bastards get around everywhere. The toys I'm talking about. I'm talking about the toys. Whatever. No, I didn't mean that. I mean, they're okay. They're cool. When I said, them bastards get everywhere, I was talking about, I was talking about mosquitoes. I was talking about the mosquitoes. They get about everywhere. No, everyone else is all right. Okay. Hello, Paul Oskin. Hello, Ed. I think that's about the cleanest comment that you've ever made, isn't it, Paul? Nice to hear from you, mate. Sam Sheep, Ed, if there was only one massage place open in Pattaya and they were all 20 stoners, would you partake? No, I think I'd give that one a miss, mate. Not for me. Definitely not for me. I'd rather satisfy myself thinking of all the wonderful massage girls that I have had. Travel TV channel. Once you've used your 45 days and your 30 days, they now will not give you another 30 days. You have to do a border run. Then you get 45 days and you get 30. Okay, fine. Okay, well, thanks for that information there, Rick. Once you've used your well, the 45 days is still that's still good. I didn't use up the 45 days last time I was in Thailand because I went to Cambodia within that time. But if I can get 45 days from a border crossing, I'll be more than happy with that. That'll take me well up into March. Ian Bowden, Billy Boy, £13 a month. Okay. Let's see. Shaggy Rogers, hello, Eddie, you legend. How's the travels going? It's going okay. It's going like travels, you know what I mean? You have your ups and downs. It's not all rosy, but it's had some great moments. Vincent Somarino, your government loves you and wants to keep you safe. They don't love me. My government doesn't love me. They don't give a shite about me. Let's see. Pam Sanger, proof of 2 vaccination required. Additional insurance, 7 days. Only required if your home country refuses entry. If you're positive, airlines may require you to wear a mask during the flight. Okay, well, it's not looking so bad. It's not looking so bad. Paul Hoskin, I love 20 stone hair. He's delicious. Okay. I knew it wouldn't take long, Paul. Knew it wouldn't take long. Life Reset Thailand. It's easy. It just be vaxxed. Well, I have mixed feelings about that. I decided to have jabs because I thought you've got to be realistic. If it's going to stop me from going abroad and living a life, then I'm going to have the jabs. You know what I mean. But I do have a deeper sympathy with people who say I'm not having that put into my body. I'm not having any of those needles. I understand people like that. I really, really do. It's the people who get on my bloody nerves are the ones who get on a high horse and insist that everyone should be jabbed and you're evil if you don't get a jab. You know what I mean? It's still freedom of choice. Man Rider, travel insurance is a con. They don't cover from anything. It's not for basic local hospitals. I've always had travel insurance and I've never actually used it. So I wouldn't know. I've never actually used it. Let's see. Super Steve Jones, big up, ready, steady, Eddie. Okay, nice to hear from you. Who's this? Jay Easy, steady, Eddie. How's the lady scene in KL? It's not really the place for it, mate. It's not really the place for it. Lester Paul, China gave the world the Rona. The world has suffered the consequences since. And now when we begin to live with it, why do they punish everyone else to pacify China? Maybe a good point there. Maybe a good point in there. PJ Canada, 2 border runs allowed for the year and done by ground transport. Only 30 days extension. Okay. Daniel Ward, will they require proof of 2 clot shots when you do a border run to re-enter? Well, I would imagine so. Whenever you're going to cross a border, they're going to ask for the proof. I mean, people are saying that this is only going to last until the end of January, but I don't know. I think it's didn't they lock some of the bars down a couple of years ago? They locked the bars down for 2 weeks and it ended up going on for about 8 months, didn't it? David, I don't think that many Chinese took the maxim because they don't trust the CCP. So the plan could backfire on Thailand because the Chinese tourists can't enter. Oh, well. Geelong Dave, been to KL on business a few times. Not for me. Get yourself to Bali, Ed. I've been to Bali and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Chris Gallen, hi Ed. As far as I can see from the Thai embassy, it just says travel insurance is highly recommended. Okay, well that's better anyway. Woody Forrest, nice to hear from you. Let's see. PJ Canada, just being in Chiang Mai is much more quiet, more night bar scenes and 307. I've heard that, since I've heard that since the restrictions were relaxed. That Chiang Mai is very, very quiet. I don't know, and I haven't been there, but I wasn't very keen on it. In its heyday, to be honest with you. Okay, here we go. Dingo, you're the best travel YouTuber ever. Okay, thank you for that, mate. Anyway, thank you for that. Experience Bangkok. My business here in Thailand is real estate. The majority of property I've sold in the last 6 months has been to Russians. Still appetite through the Chinese to buy up here. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Lucas Van Laar, how did Chinatown work out? Or Jalan? Well, to be honest with you, I woke up yesterday evening and I was thinking of maybe, heading to Chinatown, maybe just in Kuala Lumpur, maybe to see what it was like. But then I looked out the window and it was pouring with rain. I thought, sod that, give that a miss. Let's see. Lucky, I've only just come back from 5 weeks in Thailand, Phuket, Chiang Mai, Bangkok, and Pattaya. Smooth flights all the way through and no checks whatsoever. Anyone thinking of going should go anyway. Maybe, but things are changing. Things are changing. Let's see. Richie Haley, go to Karat when back in the land of smiles. Okay. Martin Ryder, Simon Webb did an interesting video on the jabs today. I haven't seen that one, but Simon Webb on History Debunked is bloody good. He's always essential viewing. I'll have to catch up with that one. Jay Easy, the infamous Chinese tour bus has started to roll down Beach Road in Pattaya as we speak. Bloody hell. Okay. The Scouts, Eddie, quick question. I'm due to go to Thailand on the 7th of February for 3 months, but I haven't got a visa. I plan on getting a visa extension before the 45 days expire. But is that possible? Well, let's see. A visa extension. Well, if you're going to stay there for 3, you can change your visa for 3 months. They'll give you 45 days, won't they? But they won't give you another 45 days after that. I think they'll only give you 30 days after that. So whichever way you look at it, your best bet is to go to an agent, and then he'll give you another 60 days visa for about 4,000 baht, something like that, about 100 quid probably, or you might get it for less than that. I don't know, but it's quite easy to renew your visa by just going to the right agent. There's a good one on Cyber Cow. There's quite a few of them that do. You won't have any problems, but let an agent do it for you, and you won't have any problems. Let's see. Stuart Ritchie, still a lot of numbers in China. Some schools are closed. I think they've got a lot more of it than what they're letting on. Martin Ryder, Thai restricts overnights because they don't want it to single out China. Okay. Crypto Chris Card, yes. Let's see. Okay. Joe Elliott, hi mate. Hope you're okay. I'm fine. Who's this? Melos. Langkawi is duty free in the whole island. Cheap booze. that'll be interesting. Apparently, it's got some of the most beautiful beaches. I don't know what else to make of it. I haven't been there yet. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Woody Forrest, 375 people in the chat, Eddie. Well, I can count 411. Who's this? Johnny B. When I went to KL, I found it expensive also. We'd gone for a few days just for the experience. Then I did have to Powell. Petronas looked quality and brought back some great memories. Yeah, I was up to Petronas Towers there today, so video of that coming soon. Yeah. I watch your video for learning English. You never know. Maybe one of these days you might learn to spell as well. Okay. Sorry, couldn't resist that. Cats and good coffee. Nice to hear from you. Toby Price, I've nipped worse in Aberdeen than Lisa, okay? David Walters, hit the like button, guys. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. There you go. So, if you want a 500 milliliter can of Carlsberg out of the 7-Eleven, it's probably going to be about £2.30, which is more expensive than, you know, what you get in England. But it's still a lot cheaper than the bars anyway. Mark Nichols, hi Eddie, keep up the good work, mate. Okay, thank you for that. Crypto Chris Card, just started watching. What's changed when entering Thailand? Thai Embassy London website says no maximum proof or even a test required. Yeah, but Thai Embassy London website, yeah, but maybe that's out of date. Because sometimes when you look at these things, you know, always look at the date. I mean, that might be a few months out of date for all you know. So, I mean, up to date, as far as we know. I mean, you know, you're gonna have to have proof of the you're gonna have to have proof of the vaccine. Ko Samui, nice to hear from you. Paul asking, Lisa can sit on my lap all night. Okay, good for you, mate. Good for you. I think she's probably got a couple of Gambian fellas, one on either lap, to be honest with you right now. John Collins' father was Jesus. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. How about this for the comment? Okay, okay, no comment. Peter Speed, go have a look at the prison, Eddie. Where to look? What on earth would they want to see that for? And at the end of that, after wait and see what we're seeing in the Royal Gazette, okay? Experience Bangkok. You say the case will go up, but the Chinese have got to take a test before they board the plane anyway. Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. I hope we don't have to do that, because the last thing I want is them bloody PCR rubbish. I hated that, absolutely hated it. Best soy lesbian. Hi, I'm Philippine on Monday for a week. I'm Philippine on Monday for a week, then back to town. Just check my insurance and jabs. All good. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Martin Ryder and Langkawi have separate swimming pools for the Saudi honeymooners. They can't share the same pool. Oh, that's bloody ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Super Steve Jones. Malaysia's wonderful beaches, but not cheap. Right. Okay. Banning from EastEnders. If people haven't been vaccinated yet, then it's 100% their own fault, and they can't blame anyone else. I wouldn't blame anyone for not getting the jabs. It's, you know, it's the choice, isn't it? I mean, I got my jab simply because I didn't want to get them, but simply because I was trying to be realistic. You know, no jabs, no travel. You know what I mean? Martin, the Vauxhall Astor one was the first. Well, the first one I heard was the Pfizer, but then we were told that was the breakdown, and then I heard, maybe that was I don't know, but I heard the Pfizer first, and the next thing it was the AstraZeneca Vauxhall Astor thing. Tony Solo, crazy the Chinese have had their borders closed and sick testing for 3 years, and now that they're having their outbreak, they want everyone else to cater to them. Oh, crazy! This is not a bastard Chinese. I like Chinese people. Roy Evans, viruses constantly evolve. What's the point in having proof of the first two jabs dealing with the initial variant? They'll not be getting money. I'll tell you what, you mentioned that initial variant. The last thing we bloody need now is another variant. I mean, that hasn't really come about, has it? It hasn't really come. I mean, we thought just over a year ago that it was all coming to an end now. And then all of a sudden, the onion variant come out of nowhere. Christ almighty. The last thing we need is another variant. I heard about the onion variant. I think it was announced in South Africa, wasn't it? A new variant has been discovered in South Africa. And the next minute, everyone's bloody getting it. Kev, I'm off to Thailand this month and 3 jabs for Melbourne next week. I will take another booster and make sure they've got insurance cover. Okay, well, I hope you're all right then anyway, mate. SOS Chris, Langkawi also has a skywalk bridge over the tree-lined jungle. I haven't been to Langkawi yet. I mean, I went to Penang about 20 years ago, and I couldn't get into it. But I mean, I was only getting into my travel then, really. So I've got 5 days in Penang coming up soon, and it looks like I'll be making some videos from there, and it looks like it's going to be better than here in Kuala Lumpur. Penang will be better, but when I get to Langkawi, I haven't been there before, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. I really, really am. Dingo, Ed, you ever thought of doing after dinner speeches? What kind of that phrase, an after dinner speech? Isn't that kind of one of those things that the Freemasons or those snobby, aristocrats do? Do I sound like an aristocrat or anything like that? And after dinner speeches, and after dinner, no, I think I just want to get sozzled after dinner. To be honest with you. But then again, I suppose an after dinner speech is like people doing karaoke's. I mean, if you go into a karaoke bar and hear people do wonderful karaoke's, it frightens you off and you think, oh no, I can't compete with that. But if you go in there and hear someone doing a diabolically bloody awful karaoke or doing something that's been done a million times, like Sweet Caroline, you think to yourself, well, Christ, I can't do any worse than them. I bet you. How would I do an after dinner speech? What would they do it on? I mean, I'd probably get up there pissed, wouldn't I? Okay, you bastards, you snooty bastards. Okay, full of Okay, whatever. Anyway, no, I haven't actually thought of doing an after dinner speech. Chas Brown. The Vauxhall Astra jab was quietly withdrawn due to adverse effects, blood clots. I did hear something like that. I've only had 2 of them. Oh, God almighty. Awful. Hard shield. As we have more jabs, I'm hoping that I'll never have to go and have any. Crypto Chris. Pfizer said last year their jabs offer little, if any, protection. The boss himself hasn't had it, probably because of that. He knows more. Oh, God. This is pathetic. This is bloody awful, isn't it? It's awful. I mean, it's all, oh, my God almighty. It's bloody awful. Billy Pat, it hasn't gone away, No. Keeps coming back to haunt us. John Shaw's, I guess when I turn up in February, I just bring the same as what I thought for my Thailand pass. Okay, just bring your proof of, proof of vaccines. Cats and no coffee. Eddie is a cool immunity. Or if we start to discuss the vaccines, we're going around arguing and debating bad vibes. It always happens. Probably, yeah, okay, fair enough. Kev, I strongly believe that this is going to be with us in different strains. I believe so too. Ed Sweeney's 20-stone wife back in England. I bet you're going to go to Pattaya soon, you dirty bastard. You know what, missus? You won the bet. I am planning on going. I'm going to Pattaya again. Anyway, nice to hear from you anyway. Maybe you can join Lisa Dale with all the bloody Gambian gigolos. Let's see. Kev, it will always be with us, okay? Clive, McLaren F1 race. I'm a natural pessimist. If you think the worst, you're not disappointed. I told loads of people we will still be talking about the laity for a decade to come. So far, I proved right. It's just brought home, like what what somebody said at the start of the stream. 3 years. 3 years this rubbish has been going on, and we're still having crap with it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Cecil B. Ties commerce again at airports. Money, money. What's this? Super Steve, I think about not go to Thailand, okay? Daniel Ward. Clot shots now number 25,000 in 1 million. With my old carters and growing early for the merit of clot shot devastation on top of this is too heavy for me. It's late at night here and I'm having a drink. It's far too heavy for me. Okay. Paul Loskin, they gave me the Viagra Maxine by mistake. It's really hard. Good for you, mate, anyway. Okay, let's see, where am I now? Okay, let's see, where am I now? Where am I? I think I'm miles. Oh, get that off the screen. Get that off the screen. Let's see now. Okay, let's get a little bit light-hearted. Oil price. Richard says oil prices have gone down, but return flights to Thailand now touching £1,000 economy return. Oh well, is there any good news? Anyone got any good news about anything? Absolutely anything right now? Repair shops. Massages are getting expensive in Bangkok. Oh my God, that's all I need. Brendan Wade. Tat said if Maxine are 2 years old, that's sufficient. Well, mine might be 2 years old at least. Kev, I do think a lot of people have to cancel the flights. Don't forget, this is very, very much peak season right now. So there will be a lot of people cancelling flights. People who haven't had the jabs will be cancelling flights right now. So it couldn't have come at a worse time. Catherine Coffee. Eddie, have you heard about the revolutionary artificial intelligence chatbot called ChatGPT that has taken over human jobs already? Oh, I don't know. I wish I could do with a bloody robot. I could do with a couple of robots to cook me dinner for me. Yeah, you know. It'd probably work out cheaper than a woman. Repair shop. I've had one Maxine. Well, that's no good, is it? Neither use nor ornament. That. Let me see now. Neil Fleet says, had my 4th jab before I traveled to Gambia along with the flu jab. Okay, good for you, mate. And I'm sure you're having a good time. Who's this? Eddie, can I ask what first inspired you to travel and where you first went as a solo traveler? I just grew up wanting to travel the world, really. But in the early years, I never went anywhere. I heard of other people traveling to places, and I never went anywhere. And where did I first go? I went to Europe, Italy, France, that sort of way. And then much later, I went to this part of the world. I just wanted to travel, At the end of the day, life is so bloody boring, isn't it? I mean, been through all this before, but what else do you do? Go down to the local social club and all that crap. Oh, lights up. Even right now. Okay, I'm not pretending that Kuala Lumpur is a rocket to the moon. I mean, right now it's it's not really going that well right now, but things will get better. I'm going to be in Penang in a couple of days' time, and Penang, I'm staying in Georgetown, which is a smaller city. I like a place where I can walk around, and and it's got beaches there, and I think I'll be happier there anyway. So it's going to get better. The Lost King of Scotland. I had a third jab last January. Got COVID in April. I mean, that's it. I mean, they're useless, these things, aren't they? They're absolutely useless. You've got to provide. You've got to have them. You've got to provide evidence of having them. And yeah, at the end of the day, people are still getting the antivirus. I had it early this year. I'm pretty sure I had it early this year. I had 3 jabs, and then I was in Hua Hin, and then all of a sudden, I've been told by, I think it was a bar girl who told me that there's people here getting in Hua Hin who are getting the variant left, right, and centre, and then I woke up and I thought I had the flu, and I remember walking across a bridge across the main road, and I just sort of stopped and I just ran out of breath going down the stairs, and when I got down to the other side, I just stopped by the bridge. I was kind of in a daze, and I thought to myself, "Oh, this ain't no flu. This is that bloody this is that antivirus thing." I just I kept a low profile for a few days anyway. Let's see. Okay. Silence, the ghost of Eddie at the beach. Okay. Dingo, you've got no pork pie head. Okay. No, I haven't. Oh, geez, I'd give anything for the bloody pork pie right now. The ghost of Eddie at the beach. Okay. Is it Martin Ryder says Australian Airlines, London Heathrow to Bangkok, return in September. 390. That's good. Australian, that's bloody good, that isn't it? That's good. That's good. Shall I put them on, shall I? Shall I? John Black, look at you all, so desperate for a bit of fanny that you were all maxed up to the hill. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. So let's see. Martin Ryder, Jeff Carter's returned to Thailand soon. No, I don't think he is. I've seen. I think he's planning on going there at the end of this year because he's still very, very ill. I think he's going to go. He's getting back together again, isn't he? I've seen that little video that he done. I've seen a little video. I think he's actually planning on going to Spain before he goes there. But I think he's going to try and aim for Thailand later this year, isn't he? But it's good to see him up and running because he had a bit of a fall, didn't he? And he's had an operation. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna skip ahead here anyway. Apologies if I've missed out on anybody. Apologies if I've missed out anyone here. Okay, Woofy Nons. Woofy Nons, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that. Shout out to Ben Packer. Okay, okay, thank you. Ben Packer, there you go. Cheers. Crypto Chris card. Thai Embassy website says new rules 9th to the 31st of January. Well, that isn't too bad then, is it? I mean, I didn't actually know that. I didn't see any of that because I've done a little bit of research on it, and I didn't actually see any of that. But it was only going to be lasting until the end of this month, and that's a little bit better news, isn't it? Because February, I mean, that means that people can come here on, to Thailand in February. And February is one of the best months to visit Thailand. It really is. Rusty Craig. Let's see if other Southeast Asian countries copy Thailand with the new jab. Wouldn't surprise. I know it could be just the tip of the iceberg. So let's see, where are we now? Miles behind in the chat, miles behind, absolutely bloody miles behind. Sorry if we waffling on. I don't know. I mean, there's so many people in the chat. I actually don't know how I've gone so behind on this. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Let me see. Kevin. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, for that super chat. 11.99 euros. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, you know, so thanks for that, mate. Cheers for that. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to pour myself a little bit of a Guinness. Oh, Jesus. Okay, where are we? Who's this? Nick Ross. Nice to hear from you, Nick. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Mr. Dan, I've had no jabs. I've had the antivirus twice in the last 3 years. Nothing more than a sniff. I wouldn't even. I've not hit unless I had PCR test out of curiosity. Crypto Chris God, you're more likely to get COVID the more jabs you've had because it weakens your immune system. The ex-UK health minister admitted it. Adam Mercer, hiya. Do you miss your favourite dish of beef chow mein and chips at Chow Mein Charlie's? Did I ever have beef chow mein at Oh, yeah, I was thinking of another. I'm getting confused with another one. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I like beef chow mein and chips at Chow Mein Charlie's, absolutely an LK Matto. And the one next the one next door is really good as well, the fish and chip place. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, I do miss them. I'll be in Pattaya probably next month. Timmy, what type of mustard do you flavour with your pork pies? I'd say English is the one. David Walters, the vaccine don't stop you getting it. It just helps you to not die from it. Oh, this is all depressing. David Coleman, I pilled at the top of the pyramid in Mexico. I had to. Jeez, must have been sad for the people downstairs, you know, with all that bloody rolling down. I thought, that's dreadful. Huh? Johnny Babe, actually swam yesterday being out there. You look lean after the weight. I don't feel lean. I mean, you want to see this bloody bear belly, mate. I don't feel lean, far from it. If I actually swam, I've been in a couple of swimming pools. I have been in this couple of swimming. That's about it, really. Well, the only beach that I've been up to now has been Pattaya, and I wouldn't swim in that. Bloody awful. But Penanga's got beaches. But I am going to Langkawi, where I've never been before. So if that's really as good as they say, yeah, I'll be in the water there, definitely. Cattangle Coffee, Pfizer representative was interrogated and asked if the jab helped to avoid spreading antivirus. She said no. Say for the video, and you will say I do not lie. I can't believe you, mate. I believe it. It's all a load of cobblers. David you're always missing out on me. Okay, nice to hear from you, David. David R, of course, has been on this channel a couple of times. You know, he lives in California. I met him out in Bangkok, and it's nice to hear from you anyway. It's nice to hear from you. No, Eddie, you look like you lost a lot of weight. I think it must be the bloody, it must be this image that's distorting things. I don't feel like I've lost weight. I think I've put it on. Ian Bowden, I may sound boring, but I had the COVID before being jabbed. So far, not knowingly had it again since. Everyone is different and everyone has different views. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, he's had it before. You know, everyone's got a different opinion of it, but I think we all just wish that it would just go away, and really. Anyway, where are we now? Eddie, what software do you use to edit your videos? Wondershare Film Order. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but it's kind of the devil you know. And that's Chinese, by the way. Mike Richardson, there's been another update. On Macs can show PCR. Is that really? Is that really? David Coleman, guys, tell me a good hotel for $35 to $40 near Nana. Thanks. The Royal Ivory isn't bad. That's down the bottom end of Soy 4. That's pretty good. Lawrence Wells, Lord, what seems to be the problem getting to Thailand now then? I thought he made it easier, 45 days is standard. Well, that 45 days is only temporary. I mean, that's only until the end of March, isn't it? So it was only ever a temporary thing. Whether they'll make it permanent remains to be seen. But the problem getting into Thailand now is that they've just brought back, you've got to show proof of your inoculations, and maybe that's just for starters. You never know. Martin Ryder, 440 watching and only 134 likes. Okay, thank you for that, Martin. Okay, press the like button, everybody. It helps to push videos out there. It really, really does. Cheers. Big Kevin Media. Hello from Kentucky. Okay, nice to hear from you, Kevin. Alan Edge. Eddie, will he make masks mandatory in Thailand? Always carry a mask with you. I don't know if they're making them mandatory, but you should always carry them with you because you never know when you're going to need them. I was on the flight the other day. I was at the airport, and they said that you've got to have a mask, at some point. I just look around, and if everyone else is wearing a mask, then I whip mine out and I put mine on as well. Oh, we'd never leave home without one. Let's see. Kev, I paid £980 with Thai from London to Bangkok. Well, if that was a return, it's still quite expensive. Well, what should I do? Well, what should I do if I caught something of a bar girl? Can I ask the bar for compensation? Took home some lovely lady from helicopter bar on Thursday. Feels like I've had 1,000 ants in my pants ever since. Well, you've got to prove it, haven't you? You've got to prove it. I mean, these things happen. It's a hazard. It's an occupational hazard, you could say. You know what I mean? If her name's Miss Krabs or whatever, then it's going to be suspicious. But you got to prove it. You're going to go to court. You're going to take it to court. She's the bet who give me the clap. I mean, what are you going to do exactly? Let's see. Jonesy, do you think other countries in Southeast Asia will take such measures as Thailand now? It could be a domino effect, couldn't it? It could be. It's just the tip of the iceberg. And let's look at the real issue here. The Chinese are returning in their droves to Thailand, and this could cause a lot of problems. The anti-virus could go up, and if it does, then they're going to bring back all the shite that we had before. You know what I mean? Kev, Eddie, would one day go back to South America? I've done South America. I would like to go there, but I'm not sure. It's a little bit more demanding than Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is generally very, very easy to get along, but I just think I'll stick to this part of the world. I've been there and done that. Matty Gorman, I'm in Koh Chang right now, and we're hearing compulsory jabs to enter Thailand up until the 31st of this month. Hopefully, it's all theatre, not to upset the CCP. Well, I mean, the thing that I've learned from this, because I didn't read it anywhere, is that this is only till the 31st of this month. But then again, you know, until they could change the goalpost again, and you know they might move it till the end of February or make it indefinite. It's not good news either way, especially when you consider this is peak season and people have got flights booked. Steve Clark, Ed, what beach you sat in there? That's Hua Hin behind me. That's in Thailand. That's in Thailand. That is. I'm actually in a hotel room, by the way. Issa man, what are you going back to the Thai for all? Well, I'm going there to you know I'm going because I like the Thai. It's a knocking shop, but no, I shouldn't say that. But it is. It is a knocking shop, I would say, and it's good fun and everything, and it's fun. You know what I mean? Jeff Ives, Eddie, they said the travel restrictions would be out for only 4 weeks in April 2020, and we all know how that went. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. My point exactly, Jeff. Let's see. Hey mate, how's Malaysia in terms of budget? Seems like an expensive place. Well, this hotel I'm staying in, this hotel is not bad. It's about 40 English pounds a night. That doesn't include breakfast, and it's very, very central. And it's not bad. And also, you can get good value food there. There's some nice eateries there, but I think it's beer that's expensive. So overall, I mean, you know, you can manage it, but it's obviously with it being a capital city, it's not the cheapest place. Let's see. Experience Bangkok. They will lift it sooner than the 31st of Jan. There is an election soon. The Thai politicians are already hoping different parties in a bid to save their backside. Haven't we heard all this before? I don't know. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I think they'll extend it personally. You know, I just think it will. It will. Kevin, Ed, does your arm ever get tired from holding your camera as you do live vids? I see your video yesterday and it was 2 hours. You must be very strong. I don't feel that way anyway. David Coleman, I hear Ibis Nana is good. Okay. Let's see. Stephen Stephen Bay, Martin, it's not my name to be selfish. I always give Eddie a pat. Oh, whatever. Buster Cherry. Okay. Buster, I had. Hope you're well. Thailand knee-jerk reaction. Very odd behaviour after declaring the Antarctica over, especially in the middle of high season too. I mean, this is the first proper high season in Thailand for 3 years, and you know, all of a sudden, a bit of a span has been thrown in the works with this kind of rubbish happening. Patrick McGill, hi, Ed. I wonder if you know the British Army were based there in Malaya in Singapore in 1954. My father spent 5 years in RE on the islands. Yeah, I knew that. You know, I mean, this used to be a British colony, didn't it, many years ago? Let's see. My WW videos. Any advice on becoming a YouTuber in 2023? Don't expect miracles. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You be patient and you know don't expect miracles from it. Let's see. Let's see. David Coleman, is it important to stay near Soy 11 the first time I visit Bangkok? Well, I mean, the first time you visit me, you can always stay in Soy 4. I mean, there's more going on there, but Soy 11, Soy 4, Sukhumvit area, I mean, you're very, very central to places there anyway. You stay anywhere in that area. I mean, Soy 11 is somewhere between Nana and Soy Cowboy. So there's tons going on, tons going on. It's a good area to stay. Buster Cherry, the whole COVID sham has never made any sense. Why would somebody who's had the jab that stops nothing at all be able to enter the country over somebody with a negative test proving they don't have it? Oh, yeah, whatever. I know, it's all a load of bollocks. David, how many jabs do they want you to have? Well, they're saying 2, aren't they? You've got to have you've got to have proof of 2 jabs. Most of us have had maybe 3, I would have thought, and some people haven't had any. It's the ones who haven't had any that are going to be unable to go there, really. But then someone else said that if you, as long as you provide a negative PCR, then you'll be all right. Gorilla and Manila. Hi, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. China is riddled with the antivirus and about to sweep through Southeast Asia. Hope you packed a few extra pairs of underpants. You ain't coming home for a long time. Thank you. Thanks for that, mate. Cheers. Orlando. Real quick, what is a good budget in Thailand for like 3 to 4 weeks? I'll probably be eating local food in a few days. I don't require too much nightly entertainment. A weekly budget for about 3 or 4 weeks. Well, budget on, well, for 4 weeks, I'd budget on about maybe $500 a week, something like that. About $500 a week, and you can, you can live quite well, you can holiday quite well, have a lot of fun. Ian Bowden, Ed, we travel by fast, comfortable boat from Langkawi to Koh Lipe. I like the sound of that. Cleared immigration before boarding the boat. Will you consider going there? Yes, definitely, absolutely, no problem with that at all. Well, providing I can get through immigration without a problem. Anyway, yeah, that's the plan anyway, Ian. So, cheers with that. If you got any information about that, let me, let me. Send it to me on Facebook or whatever, because I'd like to hear more about that. Let's see. All right, but anyone know the proof of vax who went to Thailand requires boosters? I have 2 jabs, but no boosters. I'm not interested. Well, they're only saying 2 jabs, aren't they? That's all they're saying. They're not saying anything about a booster. Okay, so McLaren F1 race. Hey, I was only pushing a little left for the last minute. This team has been great and everything, but on a downer. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a downer of a subject, isn't it? It's not something to, I mean, we're all a little bit frustrated. I mean, the thing is, we all had 3 years of all that anti-this rubbish, and now, just when you think it's all over, it isn't necessarily. Fat Boy Slim, Steady Eddie, great live stream. Okay, thank you for that anyway. Are you telling me that you want me to go now? Let me see. Okay, Ian Barnes. So walking suit will be full of sheep following someone with a flag in the air from now again. Not spending the bar, just go up and then. They do spend money, the Chinese. They do, and the Indians spend money. They do. It's a bit of a myth that they don't spend money. I mean, I've seen Indian fellas in bars watching live bands, and they give a whopping big tip to the live band. So a lot of them do spend money. Well, they must do, otherwise they wouldn't be welcome. David Coleman, Eddie, how much is the Royal Ivory per night? Well, I did do a video on it. I done a video a long time ago, but I'd done an update the last time I stayed there, which was, well, this was a couple of months ago. So I did mention it in that video about the Royal Ivory. I think it was the one where it was leaving Bangkok, and I think it was, oh, I don't know, £28. What's that in dollars or Canadian dollars? That's not including breakfast. But the good thing about that, it's very, very central, very, very central. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Like you told me, Edward happened to Koh Rong. I was looking forward to seeing what the script on the islands in Cambo. Well, to be honest with you, to go to Koh Rong, I would have had to go to Sihanoukville, and I really, really didn't want to go to Sihanoukville because it's been well documented what's happened. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Koh Rong, but what it would have meant is me renewing another month's visa in Cambodia if I was going to go there. I was losing a bit of time, and I just thought I'll give Malaysia a try instead because I will be going to Langkawi, which is a place I've never been before. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. G-Rig, oh, you plan to get a gimbal and make the videos a lot better? I've got a gimbal and like, you know, it wasn't working very well. Neil Stanton, Eddie, I got back to Thailand on the 23rd this month. I seen you in a A7 bar in November when you're back in Pattaya. We meet up for a drink. It's my birthday. Well, I'll be in Pattaya in February anyway. So I had a good time in Pattaya last time, and hopefully I can be back there in February anyway. Nick Ross, plenty of knocking shops in the Caribbean. Yeah, really, really, we really need to know that right now. We're in Southeast Asia right now. Okay, Mr. South, Royal Ivory, old, with 50 meters room and about 1,100 bar per night. Yeah, it's a good hotel, that one. Crypto Chris card, Eddie, any plans to go to Chiang Mai? If they go to Red Lion pub, I think the owner's a Liverpool fan. Well, you know, I passed the Red Lion in Chiang Mai. I've been to Chiang Mai 3 times, but I must admit, the last time I was there, I thought it was a little bit of a dull place. It wasn't really very, very exciting at all, to be honest with you. So I have no plans to go there right now. Orlando, I'm in my 30s. Is £1,000 or 15? Is that you're talking dollars there? Is $1,000 or $1,500 doable, or does everything change? I don't need that much luxury. I just want to get away from the States for a few weeks. Well, if you're going to be there for 3 or 4 weeks, it is possible to spend, you know, $1,500 for 3 or 4 weeks, but that wouldn't include the flights. The flights would be separate. But whatever you pay for your flight, you spend the money. You could possibly do it on 1,500. It's possible. Johnny B, I think you may as well just drink and be merry. Don't go down into a downward spiral over this. You cannot control the situation anyway. Okay, fair enough. Okay. And yeah, you can walk from Nana to say 11 and Cowboy anyway. Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Paul Hoskin, the bar girls love tasting your sausage. Sometimes, sometimes I get angry and tell them to stop tasting my sausage. Oh, good for you, mate. Anyway, Smutty, you know, so, oh God Almighty, don't you just love Paul Hoskin? Okay, JB, all right, Eddie, just in the UK, ready to blast one off. Hope you're well. Okay, good for you, mate. Anyway, Top Cat, I'd advise any newbie to stay in soy 6 for 2 weeks. He's about soy 6 in Pattaya now. That's no, I wouldn't stay in soy 6. That's like staying in the street where all your favorite massage girls or whatever. I mean, it's okay having your fun with them, but then you have to pass them, and they start harassing. I had that in Soy Honey. I did a review on a hotel that's not a million miles away from Soy 6. It was called the Nova Gold. That's worth checking out. Okay. It was just Timmy. How many jobs do you have per month in Pattaya? Who's counting? Are you counting? I don't bother counting anyway. What's this? Mark Norman, co-light the spotter from there heads to mainland Saturn, and then Haji is close by. I haven't been down to that part before, so yeah, that could be new territory for me. Kind of looking forward to all of that. We'll see how it goes anyway. But also in a couple of days' time, I'll be in Penang, and I've gone a little bit stale in Kuala Lumpur. But when I'm in Penang, there's more going on there, and it's a smaller place, and it looks very, very cool. But I've been there before, and I think I'll be bringing better videos from Penang, and then Langkawi, and then hopefully heads to Koh Lipo or whatever. Okay, let's see. Best pet gifts. I did the Langkawi to Koh Lipe journey. Koh Lipe is a paradise but small. Best to get a ticket easily in Langkawi High Street and one of the several travel agents. Okay, that sounds good. I haven't been on any islands yet during my travel this travel here, so I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, I've got to get to some islands. No adventure is complete without tropical islands. Oh, oh, Jesus! I hope that isn't the bloody Antarctica. Last thing I need. Okay. Okay, so inbound, I got it wrong again. We still had to show passport on arrival at Coal Life. This was about 5 years ago. Also, a tourist charge applied. About £5 to £7 per stay. Really? That's fair enough anyway. I think that's doable. I think those islands in that part of Thailand are very expensive. But, we'll see what happens anyway. But I'm just looking forward to being on some islands pretty soon. I haven't been on any islands yet during my travels, so I'm looking forward to that. Nick Ross, he's an expert. Nice massage places on Coal Life. Okay, okay. Let's see, Johnny B. Have you been to any locations so far post pandemic that you consider going down the Swanee River? Um, well, let's say, well, Shinukvo certainly has, but that's for other reasons, isn't it? I mean, everywhere, takes a while to get back together again. I mean, I went early this year for the fair, or in the spring anyway, for the first time to what was it called? Koh Tao, Koh Samui, Koh Panyang. And I thought, especially with Koh Samui, because that's a well-known island, I thought that was not all that it should have been. But that was simply because it hadn't recovered from the pandemic yet. You know what I mean? So, I mean, after that devastation of a couple of years, things aren't going to be put together again within 5 minutes. Okay, let's see. What's this? Thailand forever. Grab a nice house in Krabi for 6 weeks for £500, then 1 week in Battaya and 1 week Bangkok. So the £800 flight, it's still bloody cheap trip. Okay, that sounds good. Except Krabi. I mean, I visited Krabi years ago. I went around James Bond Downs and all that. But about 6 years ago, I actually went to Ao Nang in Krabi. And it was a very nice place, but I actually thought it wasn't really for me. It was more for like honeymooning couples and that sort of stuff. I mean, I actually thought, it was more of a family orientated resort or a young person's resort, Ao Nang. So it wasn't really for me. What's this? Jeff Green. I'm pretty shy with the women. Would the Thai girls be okay when you're having a bloody laugh, aren't you? They can't keep their hands off you. Paul Owen, get to Phuket. Ed. Okay, we'll see about that. I mean, the last traveling, I was hearing some good things, some negative things about Phuket. So we'll see what happens anyway. Johnny B, will love no iPad. It's an absolute dream. Okay, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. Let's see. Neil Stanton, Eddie, I staying at the LK Metropole for 23. For the 23rd, £800 from 24th of January till 16th of February. Good prior or not in a big room. Okay, good for you anyway. Quinn, you can get it. Quinn FC, whatever your name is. You can get a ferry from Koh Lai to Phuket. Takes about 4 hours. Okay, well, this sounds good. Islands. I've still got about another 8 weeks to go, something like that. And islands. I want islands. I like islands. Real water. In the middle of winter when it's freezing cold and piddling down with rain. And I hear that there's floods on the way in England. The idea of being on a tropical island somewhere like this, that's what I want. What is it called? Penang, Langkawi, Koh Lipe, Phuket. Oh, this is what's coming up pretty soon. I can't wait. Let's see. Okay. What's this? Joe, Ed, have you ever been to Hawaii? The flight from Southeast Asia shouldn't be about 4. Never been there. Never really heard any reports about it. I never actually heard any reports about it. Martin Ryder, when booking your hotel in Langkawi, make sure it's near a beach. The coastline is only a couple of beaches. Really, really. Okay. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's see. Paul Barr. Hi, we was in Bangkok for Christmas. Not a problem getting in. And then on to Cambodia. I love Cambodia. Cambodia is still a great country. Still a great country. Let's see. Let's get rid of knobhead man. Okay, there you go. There you go. There's knobhead man. Okay, there we go. Micah. Ed the Man Sweeney. I was Thailand in March. Will you still be there? It's only just. I'm leaving in March. Last time you went to the Philippines. I was in the Philippines about 3 or 4 years ago, wasn't I? About 4 years ago. Steve Johnson, Eddie looking good. Okay, thanks for that, mate. Anyway, thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up soon because we're coming up to 2 hours now anyway. Repair shop, Phuket, definitely a waste of time. This is the thing about Phuket. You hear such mixed reviews. Some people say it's an essential place to go. Some say it's a waste of time. A little bit more Guinness. La 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 la. Okay. Who's this? Shanta, there's something about an island. Great video. Yeah, okay, thank you. Nick Ross, be interested to hear what you say about the Langkawi Island. Used to be a paradise, but I expect it's screwed up by now. Okay, we'll see. I haven't been there yet, so I'm not going to judge that at all. Let's see. Will, I love Phuket, but it's got nothing on Pattaya. I've only been there once, about 20 years ago, something like that, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Really, 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 really good. But I hear that it's become really, really expensive in recent times. Okay. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Okay, Martin Ryder. Okay, thanks for the stream. Okay, we're up to 2 hours now. Okay, it hasn't been the most cheerful stuff because a little bit of negative stuff, simply because I like everything to run smoothly. But we've discussed about what's happening with Thailand and entering Thailand, and you know, and if you haven't actually had your jabs, then it clearly isn't the time to be thinking about going to Thailand. It really, really isn't. And I know some people are there. I know that some people are cancelling the flights, which is bloody awful when you consider it's in the middle of peak season. But anyway, let's keep thinking positive, and let's hope that it doesn't get any worse. Okay. Okay, Brian Street, nice to hear. Love the way you poured your drink on the beach. Class. Okay, thank you. Anyway. Nick Ross, Phuket is a huge waste of time and resources. Better. Okay. McLaren F1 race. Okay. Cheers, Eddie. God bless. Okay, nice to hear from you, Clive. Shaggy Rogers, great to see you steady. Okay, fine, thank you. Cats and Good, Shanta, what is it? Cats and Good Coffee. Take care, Super Eddie. Okay, cheers. You too, mate, anyway. Okay. Okay, so. There's another one. Davey boy, think you will be disappointed with Langkawi. I went years ago and loved it, but to be honest, it's a bit of a dump now. Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out. Anyway, thanks for coming along, guys. Let's keep thinking positive, and I'll be back with you very, very soon. Have a great weekend, a great day or evening or whatever you're doing. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Thanks for coming along tonight.